Guest of honor, Professor R.P. Agarwal, Professor Ayub Khan, distinguished speakers and participants to the valedictory function of this remarkable event. Today marks the culmination of days filled with the knowledge sharing, meaningful interactions, and inspiring discussion. As we gather to reflect upon the journey we have shared, this moment is an opportunity to acknowledge the collective efforts, dedication, and enthusiasm that have made this event truly memorable. We are deeply honored to have among us our esteemed dignitaries, respected faculty members, distinguished speakers, session chairs, participants, and students. Your presence adds immense value to this closing ceremony. I request Professor Ayub Khan to welcome our chief guest, Professor Kumkum Diwan. Sir, please. I request Professor Khushid Alam sir to welcome our guest of honor, Professor Ravi Prakash Agarwal. Thank you, sir. To begin the session, I would like to invite Professor Khushid Alam, convener ICAIM 2025, to give conclusion of the conference.
Very good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest of today's validity function, Professor Kumkum Diwan, former Vice Chancellor, Jamia Millia Islamia and Noida International University, and esteemed guest of honor, Professor Ravi Prakash Agarwal from Florida, USA, and President, Society of Emerging Trends in Dynamical System, ACTDS, Professor Ayub Khan, and other dignitaries of the dais, on the dais. A warm welcome to all of you. I'm thrilled to celebrate the success of this international conference organized by the Center for Advanced Research in Applied Mathematics and Physics and Department of Mathematics and Data Science, Sharda University. It was a remarkable achievement made possible by the active support of the university management, officers, and learned speakers, faculty members, and students. The conference began with the wise words of Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Akhilesh Gupta, former Secretary, Serb DST, and the guest of honor, Professor B.K. Das, former Dean, Faculty of Mathematical Sciences, University of Delhi, and Professor Parmanand, officiating Vice Chancellor, welcomed all the dignitaries. Over the course of 3 days conference, we are fortunate to have 2 keynote speakers, 4 plenary speakers, 16 invited speakers, and 185 oral presentations. The speakers also engaged in productive discussions and offered valuable suggestions for young researchers. The success of this conference would not have been possible without the active support of the university management and administration, including the esteemed Vice Chancellor, Professor Sibaram Khara, Registrar Sharda University, Dr. Vivek Kumar Gupta, and all necessary assistance and facilities provided by the faculty members of the Department of Mathematics and Data Science, whose efforts are highly commendable. I would also like to express my gratitude to Professor Kalimuddin Ahmed from Aligarh Muslim University, AMU, who played an active role throughout the conference. His contribution is highly commendable. Finally, I want to thank Professor R.C. Singh, Chair of the Conference, ICAIM 2025, without whom this conference would not have been possible. At the end, but not least, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to all of our esteemed speakers who have been a part of this 3 days conference. I would like to put our gratitude and sincere thanks to our collaborators, partners like Indian Society of Industrial and Applied Mathematics, ICAIM, and Society for Emerging Trends in Dynamical System, ACTDS, for their extensive support in this conference. Thank you very much and look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you.
It is my honor to introduce our esteemed speaker, Professor Ayub Khan, a distinguished mathematician and an accomplished. Professor Ayub Khan is a former Vice Chancellor of Maulana Azad National Urdu University, and before that, Professor Khan is associated with the Department of Mathematics at Jamia Millia Islamia and has an extensive academic journey, including advanced research work at the University of Delhi and Jamia Millia Islamia. With the deep expertise in mathematical sciences, Professor Khan has contributed significantly through teaching, research, and academic development. His work reflects a strong commitment to advancing mathematical education and fostering research excellence. Professor Ayub Khan is the president of Society of Emerging Trends in Dynamical System and Collaborative Society of our conference. I request you, sir, to say a few words. Sir, please.
Hello. So good afternoon, and so I am very happy to be among you at this juncture of the valedictory function of the conference. Are you able to hear me properly? My voice is coming there? Okay. So I am happy to be here at the juncture of this valedictory function of this conference, which was held for 3 days, and I think that very fruitful discussions, and I think this conference will be proved an exemplary thing for the future, for our future generation, especially working in the area of dynamical systems. So I have to speak about my society because the name of our society is Emerging Trends in Dynamical System. So it is a very, very important and significant area. Now I think it covers all the domains of the current discipline that may be, I think many speakers spoke about this thing, that everything is covered by this area of dynamical system, that may be physical sciences, social sciences, and you can take any subject, even in the subject like history, political science, and these ecological systems, they can be explained by considering the models in the by considering the models, and I think at various in different universities, people are talking these models and dynamical systems differently, but I think this is the same thing because all the models are covered by the dynamical systems. As Professor Mohanty was speaking about these Navier-Stokes equations, so all these things, Navier-Stokes equations, this is also a dynamical system. Although we have been using about the dynamical system from the very beginning, but at that time, this fashionable word was not used. Now I think in late 30s or 40s, now people have started to use this word, a fashionable word, dynamical systems. And it does not have a very long journey because I think why we have the significance of dynamical system. So it has significance because of the non-linearity. So non-linearity is the revolution of this century, of the 21st century. So in the words of Abdul Kalam, Professor Abdul, I think he was the renowned scientist known as the Missile Man, as well as he was the president of India. So he said that this nonlinearity and nanotechnology, this is the revolution of this century. Because this nonlinearity is the ideological revolution, and nanotechnology is the technological revolution of this century. So that is why now you see a great shift of all the scientists as well as physical scientists as well as the social scientists towards this discipline, nonlinear dynamics. If you go 40 years back, very less work was done. I remember that in 1992, I did my PhD in I think I was awarded PhD in 1995. And I am the first PhD in Delhi University on this topic, I think. At that time, at that time, so throughout the world, a very less work was done in nonlinearity. And you know that Poincaré is the father of this chaos theory. Chaos theory is nothing but that is because of the nonlinearity. I think so. Poincaré did talk about this idea of chaos, but at that time it was suppressed because our world was dominated by predictability. And that was the time of Newton. So you must be aware that there are Newton's laws, especially Newton's second law of motion. The entire Newtonian mechanics is standing on Newton's second law of motion. So whenever we go into the nonlinearity, then this Newton's second law of motion does not work much. So because of that, means we are compelled to talk about this unpredictability. So whenever I was doing research in this area, so we had a lot of difficulty to understand this subject. I remember that although we are very sound in analytical studies, but we do not have the devices. Because of devices, sophisticated devices, we are not able to cope with the science of other countries, although our scientists are regarded almost in all the countries, that may be US, USA, but in theoretical sciences. And to do the experimental sciences, we need a lot of finances, which I think we are lacking. So at that time, I know that we did not have software of this kind. Nowadays, we have Mathematica, MATLAB, and at that time, it was not possible to work in this area. I remember that although I completed my analytical work in 1.5 years, and for 6 months, we were running here and there to arrange this software. At that time, people were working in Fortran only, and that is a very slow software. It is, you know that this Fortran, that is the authentic software. Means this is the people, some of the people are still working in software. So the authenticity of scientific work is only in the Fortran, but now we have been shifted to other fast softwares like Mathematica, MATLAB, and these are the different issues, so I will not go into the depth of these things. So I'm telling you this story that we did this numerical work by using this Fortran, and it took 6 months, and I was able to plot only 3 or 5 graphs by using that Fortran there in 6 months. But now my students, by using this Mathematica, MATLAB, they can do all these things in 10 minutes there. It will not take more than 10 minutes there. They will just put the things into the software, and they will get the result there. So now, another thing is this, because all of us are here in this hall are mathematicians. So now you know that everywhere, in every discipline, people are trying to use mathematics. Why are they so interested in mathematics? Because through mathematics, we can talk about the precision, or we can reach very close to the exactness, although it is not possible. But you know that there are analytical methods, there are numerical methods. The results results which we obtain by using the analytical method are correct in comparison to the results which we obtained by using the numerical method, because they are approximate, and we do not know many things. Still we are talking about the error analysis in the numerical methods. On the other hand, we have this nonlinearity, and because of nonlinearity, at some point those errors may collect in such a manner that your result, whichever result or conclusion you are drawing, that may diverge in a very erratic manner, and your results will have no sense because of the nonlinearity. So I think we should try to construct such models, because the models, we cannot construct the models according to our choice. The first thing is that we should construct the model, such models to which we can, only those models are significant for which we can talk about the solution. Only then we will reach on some conclusion. So I think whatever model we are having, so first of all we should try to have the analytical solution as much as we can have. But still analytically we have some limitations. So whenever we are stopped, because I think if you talk about the, Professor Monti was talking about the partial differential equations, but ordinary differential equation, it is easier to solve the ordinary differential equation in comparison to the partial differential equation. But if you talk about the second order nonlinear differential equation, so still we are incapable to solve the second order nonlinear differential equation in analytical manner. So still we need a lot of mathematics, lot of pure mathematical studies to talk about these kinds of problems. I think at various places people are trying to find out to determine the solution of such differential equation, nonlinear differential equation. So we have founded this society, emerging trends in dynamical systems. So I think we did not have the things like this. So that is why we thought that I think it will help a lot to this current generation. And I ask you, or I advise you, that you should try to get the membership of this society so that we can work in collective manner to solve the burning problem of this current scenario. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for introduction of SETDS. Society for Emerging Trends in Dynamical System has proudly announces the SETDS awards and prizes. I would like to invite dignitaries to come forward and felicitate the awardees. First award is Rising Scholar Award, and the first award goes to Ekta Chauhan from B.R. Ambedkar University, Agra. Agra College, Agra. Next award goes to Renu Gautam, Sharda University, Greater Noida. Third, Baba Shehu Saidu, Kashmir Ibrahim University, Kashim Ibrahim University, Nigeria. Kyari Audu, Kashim Ibrahim University, Nigeria. Mustafa Grima, Federal Polytechnic Monguno, Borno State, Nigeria. Now next category is Women in Science and Education Award. First award goes to Pariksha Gupta, NIT, Greater Noida. Next award is Rachna Khurana for Women in Science and Education Award, Sharda University, Agra. But I think she is not present here. Now next category is Best Academic Administrator Award. The award goes to Shilpi Singh, Government Degree College, Lucknow. Next Best Academic Administrator Award goes to Dr. Kalpana Singh from MK Government Degree College, Ninova, Farrukhabad. She is not here, so Shilpi ma'am is taking. Next category is Lifetime Achievement Award in Research. Dr. Padmesh Tripathi, Delhi Technical Campus, Greater Noida. Sir is also not here. Next category is A.H. Siddiqui Memorial Award. And this prestigious award goes to Buba Musa Tunga Hambagda from Federal University of Nigeria. I request Baba to collect the award. We have one more category, that is Best Researcher Award, and the award goes to Dr. Pradeep Kumar from Indraprasth College of Women, University of Delhi, New Delhi. Next awardee is Dr. Manish Babu Agarwal, Sharda University, Agra, Agra. He is not here. Dr. Manu Mehrotra from Sharda University, Agra. He is also not here. And Slashy Leil from Sharda University, Greater Noida. She is also not here. So thank you, sir. Ma'am, please have a seat. So SETDS in collaboration with ICAIM-2025 congratulates all award recipients for their outstanding academic accomplishment and extends appreciation to all the applicants for their valuable participants. Thank you everyone. It is my privilege to introduce a legendary figure and the guest of honor, Professor Ravi Prakash Agarwal, a distinguished mathematician, visionary researcher, and currently the professor and chair of the Department of Mathematics, Texas A&M University, USA. With more than 1,000 research papers and over 30 authoritative books and monographs, Professor Agarwal is recognized globally for his groundbreaking contribution to differential equation and nonlinear analysis. He has also served in key editorial roles as editor-in-chief of leading international journals and shaping the direction of modern mathematical research. We are truly honored to have with us today one of the most prolific and respected mathematicians of our time, Professor Ravi Prakash Agarwal. I request you, sir, to say a few words.
Friends, I'm sure Professor Khurshid Alam should be the most happiest person. Why? When my son comes home, I am happy, and when he goes back, I'm happy. So time has come when all of us will go and people are talking about nonlinear analysis. It was 1978, in a conference, somebody asked me, what is nonlinear analysis? Now, how to explain? I told him that the day you start walking, not in a straight line, you will know what is a nonlinear analysis. When you start hearing less, then you will know what is a nonlinear analysis. What I'm trying to tell, you know what is linear. So the moment something happens unusual, you get nonlinear. You will find that almost every mathematical model, linear part, that is gone long back. Now more and more complex, more and more nonlinearity, different types of nonlinearity is coming in the equations. Just to give you an idea, in order to understand just one beat of the heart, you need to solve 100 partial differential equations. And this is beyond the current computers even. So, what future will be? The way technology is taking over everything. I am sure that the day is not far when everything will be done by the robots. Elon Musk, now taking interest in robots, he is pouring lots of money in robots, and I'm sure that he will be successful. I will talk a little bit about Delhi. I used to come when I was 4 years old to Delhi. Basically, I am from Muradabad, and we used to just walk the distances quite and take a rickshaw and go wherever we want to go. Yesterday I went to, I don't remember the name of the place I went because it's Gurgaon. And I will tell you, I have been to all over the world. And I felt that Gurgaon is not lacking any city in the world. Manhattan used to be where you can see all high rises. But I think Gurgaon is beating Manhattan now. So, from last 6 years, I was hearing Modi ji saying, India is progressing. Yes, indeed, India is progressing. So this is the right time when you should catch mathematicians from all over the world and try to make a really good environment, place, or institute. And I think Professor Siddiqui has started. And I'm sure that with the help of Dr. Alam, it will continue. Only I expect that such conferences will continue every year. I have not attended, I have just attended 2 conferences in India. I used to come every year, but somehow it so happened, first one was in 1971, and second was in 2015. So this is my 3rd conference, and I am looking forward to attend many more. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to call upon some respected invited speakers to give feedback about the conference. The very first, I would like to invite Professor Alexander. Sir, we want your feedback, sir.
It's really unexpected. Thank you. First of all, thank you very much, organizer. It was really a pleasure. It was very interesting. And also, it's my first visit to India, and it's my first conference in India, as you can imagine. So it was a little bit risky because my wife told me, where are you going? And I said, I don't have a clue. So she told me, be careful. So now I am really happy that I make a decision to come here. Thank you, organizer, for inviting, and I found this incredible pleasure experience. Unfortunately, I can't stay longer, and I'm flying in the evening, but I really hope that we will continue this activity. I will be happy to come more. One advice, okay? Could you please make talk longer so that people can, next time, so people can say more information in the details? And also, for the next future conferences, maybe divide a speaker and all article in some group topic, so that people can concentrate on some particular thing. Otherwise, it was perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, next, I would like to invite Professor Stephen Didas.
So, thank you very much. It was almost as unexpected as for Alexander. Well, for me, it was really a pleasure joining this conference. Before that, I could go to Aligarh and visit the AMU there and give a talk there. I have been to India 13 years ago, and we were at Gautam Buddha University, relatively close to here. And as Professor Agarwal said, everything is developing so fast. Yeah? When you see here, this whole complex, so many colleges, so many universities, there is so much progress. And I would agree with Professor Alexander Balinsky that we should deepen the connections and we should work together in the future. So thank you very much for this great conference. I would also agree with Professor Balinsky that the sessions, if the sessions would be, so to say, grouped to certain topics, that could be, I guess, even emphasize the understanding. Yeah? But else, I enjoyed it very much, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now next I want to invite Professor Preeti Kumar Roy, sir.
Thank you, organizers, and it's my immense pleasure to attend this conference. Excellent hospitality, and all the students, the teachers, faculty members, they helped us a lot to organize this conference a great success. I heard every lectures, almost every lectures. The scientific content was very good, And the Balansky, what he said that it is true, if we segregate these topics, it would be better for us to understand. But here I can say that the offline speakers, those who are delivered their lectures, it was not much huge amount of lectures. So it's okay, but next time I hope that organizer will take care of this. And again, I thankful to all of you, and hopefully again I will come if I get chance. And again, I expect that next time it will be a great success more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, Professor Harish Chandra, sir.
After the expression of great appreciation of so many invited speakers and dignitaries in the dais, I believe that I have nothing more to add, but to say that this conference has been a success. It has been a successfully organized conference with lot of painstaking efforts, and we hope that this will further generate such conferences with a greater with greater length and width, and this will also propel the further development and connections between mathematics and other disciplines. Mathematics has always been a interdisciplinary discipline, and in our times its relevance is growing over time. Once upon a time it was supposed that biology and mathematics are mutually exclusive, but this has been falsified. Now those students, I see in our university that we are emphasizing mathematics education in biology, because at the higher level you can't do good research in biological sciences, medical sciences without deep understanding of mathematics. So with these few words, I once more congratulate Professor Khurshid and his team of dedicated volunteers, and I hope that this will generate newer knowledge in mathematics, and also we will have more such conferences. As Professor Agarwal has said that India is reaching a new threshold of development. So without full development of mathematics, we cannot become a Viksit Bharat. We cannot become a developed country without institutional developments in mathematics and sciences, because technology comes after science. Without deep investment in science, you cannot be a technological superpower. This has been the past experience, and I strongly believe in that. So with these few words, I thank organizers and my friends who are sitting here. So thank you very much. I immensely enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to invite Professor Gowda.
First, I would like to congratulate Alam for the successful of the conference and all the audience and so on. Of course, we missed in this conference, Professor Siddiqi, he used to always say that mathematics is the mother of science and technology. Okay, because in the Western countries they say mathematics is the queen of science, but he used to say that no, not queen. Here it is a mother of science and technology in the Indian context. Okay, we miss him. But of course, this is the second time I am coming to Sharda University. And of course, there are a lot of variety of subjects. And first day I couldn't come, but yesterday and today I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Professor R.K. Mohanty, sir.
Thank you. I'm thankful to the organizers for the invitation. In fact, I was absent physically in past 2 days because still I'm teaching in my university. So it was difficult for me to come here physically, but I watched couple of talks by Professor Agarwal and some other senior professors. I found it really interesting, and what I found is actually hospitality here, especially hospitality here in Sharda with one of the best hospitality, and the connection to Sharda University by metro is just excellent. I think because Professor Siddiqi has introduced me in sometime in 2006, and he is the main architect of this, because he has invited many times to this Sharda University for different type of talks or seminar and many things. And he was the main architect of this organization, of this mathematical organization. I'm very full, and without him, he's one of the best mathematicians. I'm telling you, one of the best mathematicians. He knows mathematics, and he has produced a lot of scholars in India, and now he has some of his students are working abroad also. And many thanks to my young colleagues and senior faculty members, and especially Professor Priti Kumar. He knows me very well, and I know him very well. I was like his lecture yesterday, but I was watching everything through online. I hope next time we'll meet sometime in next year or after, or maybe after 2 years. It will be better if we will go for biennial conference, not even 1 year, but a biennial conference you will arrange. It's fine, and you can invite also many mathematicians. Madam Diwan also, I know him very well. Professor Ayub Khan, my senior colleagues. Professor Gowda, you can say my teacher also. I have learned many things, and I have seen many faculty members with my teacher, senior teachers also. And Professor Agarwal, I came here to Professor to see him. From my field, and I have read many of his papers and used his work in my research papers. Thank you, sir. So with this few words, again I congratulate all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Professor Mukhayu.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be in India. India now not third world country. It is a leading country, one of leading country of world. You know, this land is a land of mathematicians. Mathematics began from India, and now in all world in first companies leader are Indian peoples, and I'm very happy that here in India so far so many young people interested by mathematician, and I hope they will in future they will leading also in mathematician, and I think these conferences will help for this one. I very thanks to Khurshid Alam for organizing this conference, to this Sharda University, which help support this conference, and I wish you successful in the future.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now it's my honor to introduce a distinguished academician and one of the India's most respected mathematician, that is our chief guest, Professor K.K. Diwan, Kumkum Diwan, Professor of Mathematics at Jamia Millia Islamia. Professor Diwan holds a DSc from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University and PhD from IIT Delhi, and has over 37 years of rich teaching and research experience. Her area of specialization include complex analysis, approximation theory, mathematical modeling, and transportation studies. She has served the university in several prestigious positions: Dean, Faculty of Natural Sciences, Head, Department of Mathematics, Head Department of Computer Science, contributing immensely to academic growth and institution development. Professor Diwan has guided 15 PhD scholars and completed a major UGC project on energy efficient transportation and has published over 78 research papers in leading international journals. I request you, ma'am, to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's really a pleasure to be here in this conference. And in fact, Professor Siddiqi, he was such a person, you know, anybody going to him for any work, for any help, he would never say no. He was in Aligarh Muslim University, I was in Jamia Millia University. They are supposed to be sister universities, but initially there was hardly any contact. Till the time, I think it was 1996, in fact, I was searching my papers and I found his speech there, a copy of the speech which he must have left it there, and I kept it with me. So, 1996, he came to our university, our department, and he said, I want to organize a conference here. We had no experience, just no experience. Professor Khalil Ahmed has not come, he was supposed to come. He was there, at that time, he was heading the department. After he left, he came to me, he said, can you help me? I said, how? He wants to organize a conference here. We had never organized any conference. What to talk about conference? No seminar also. Because our university was a very small university at that time. When I joined the university, in mathematics honors, there were only 3 students. So just imagine, and we had a BSc general course. They had started this modern algebra, and 2 months had passed, nobody taught anything. They said, we don't have a teacher. So when I went there, it was my optional paper. They appointed me, okay? And the first day they said, you have to take this class, this class, this class, this class. What is set? Tell me this. What is group? Tell me this. You know, that time, just nobody knew anything. So when he said that he wants to have a conference, Khalil Saab looked at me, how can you help? My answer was, first arrange for the finances. If you are having an international conference, and he, if I remember the name which he took was Professor Nunzert from Germany. So he said, he's also coming. I said, all right. Went to the Vice Chancellor. He said, university doesn't have funds. What to do? I said, let us all contribute and do something. Now that he has told us, we have to do it. After some time, about an hour or so, I said, Khalil Saab, please take 2 more persons with you. They may be your students, and let's go. He said, where? I said, first of all, to our bank, which is there in our campus. Let us ask for some help, some support. We went there. So they said, we can support you in a different manner. If you want some bags or something like that, we can support you. But if you ask us to give you cash, we cannot. So we said, all right, 150 bags you supply us. At least one part will be over. And then he said, there won't be any pen or pads in it. We said, don't worry, we'll do something. Then we went to the next place. There was hospital there, and it was on the rolls of our university. We said, we are organizing this conference. We don't have money. We have come for help. He looked at us, said, what type of help? I said, when delegates will come, we'll have to offer them something, some tea, coffee, lunch, something. He said, don't you take registration fee? I said, they do take, but then it is with those people who are the main organizers, society people, you know. I said, okay, excuse me, can I have some water? Sorry. So from that hospital, he gave us 15,000 rupees. Then we went to the Life Insurance Corporation. We didn't know anybody, not a soul. We used to just walk into any office. Those people, they were generous enough. They gave us 75,000 with the condition that you have to send us the pictures of the banner and the conference. At least 10 pictures we want. I said, all right, we'll do that. But for that, we had to organize a photographer because those were not the days of mobiles and all those things that you can do it. So in a week's time, we just had 1 week. We organized the conference. We collected 1.25 lakh of rupees. And then one of our colleagues, he's very fond of cooking and doing all those things. I said, as far as lunch and dinner are concerned, it is your duty to do it. How much money do you want? You take it from us, but you are not going to get anything from outside because otherwise the rates will double. So we did everything. So that was the first conference, our first experience, but it was no looking back. After that, we used to organize the conference in a proper manner. It's not that the conference was not organized in a proper manner, except for they didn't know the background, but we did everything. And all these conferences, as far as I'm personally concerned, I made it a point that every 4 years I am going to attend International Congress of Mathematicians, ICAIM. Because my experience was whenever you go there, you interact, you really sit there and listen to their lectures, you always take back something. And in my case, it happened. I used to come back fully charged. 2-3 PhD students used to complete their work. Problems, solutions, how to work, how to move on, it made a lot of difference. So these conferences, I think young people, yes, especially when they come from outside, their one objective is to see the place. So they will just present their paper and afterwards they'll just roam about. But you'll have to tell them that take extra days, but be there, if not for full 3 days, at least for 2 days, attend the conference. I mean, Professor Siddiqi, I don't know, he's not there. I still remember just a few days and he passed away, I think 3-4 days before. We met, we talked, and he was saying, why don't you come here? Because my university is very close by here, Noida International University. When I retired from Jamia Millia, then the next day I joined this. And that is also a story. You know, I joined Jamia Millia Islamia. When I joined, nobody knew that university, the name of the university. You call the cab, you tell him, what is that? What is that? Where is this? Nobody knew it. But all the professors and teachers, we really worked hard. And everybody was involved in research. And today, it is number 3 in the country. You know, everybody has worked hard. As I said, conferences, once we started, it was no looking back. And everybody used to produce papers, write papers. So they are small, small things, but, and one more thing because of which I remember Professor Siddiqi. When I joined as the Vice Chancellor of Noida International University, the Chancellor called me and he said, visibility. I said, sir, yours is a private university, a new university, it will take time. He said, no, I want visibility, not only nationally, internationally also. I said, okay. I was wondering from where to start, how to start, and this was just after 15 days I had joined. There was a conference here in this university organized by Professor Siddiqi. And he said, you have to come. I said, I have just joined, I don't have time. He said, no, 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 you have to come. I said, all right, I'll come. And when the program started, our Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, he had come. So it was a huge success, that conference. And fortunately, in fact, I didn't know it, the first name which was announced was mine as Lifetime Achievement Award. I never expected. All of a sudden he said, you know, I was standing with my bag and shawl. My shawl was here, my bag was there. I just walked up. But the advantage was, in that conference it struck me that there are foreigners here. Let me organize an international conference, what the Chancellor is saying. So he introduced me to Professor Chua. I said, I want to organize a conference on mathematics for brain studies. That was a topic which was in my mind. Well, he thought, he said, let me think, I'll let you know because I don't have much time. He came back and he said, on one condition. And what was the condition? I will give a keynote address, and that for 3 hours. A keynote address for 3 hours, and believe it, there was a pin drop silence. And everybody enjoyed, I mean, the way he spoke, the way he explained things was so different, so different. So I feel nothing is important, I mean, difficult. My research is basically in complex analysis and approximation theory. But somehow, when we used to go to the meetings, and especially the Vice Chancellor's conferences, the ministers, they used to talk about all these things. Do this, do this, do this, do this. I said, what to? Like latest, they are asking us to do something for the climate change, do something for the pollution. At that time, when he said they have to be real life problems, work on those and not on paper. These will be applied when we don't know it, but we want solutions now. Well, it was in my mind. I used to drive. It used to take me 5 minutes from my home to the university. Then it started taking 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, to the extent almost 45 minutes to reach my university, a distance which I used to cover in 5 minutes. So I started wondering, something should be done. So that's how this transportation thing, it came in my mind, and I started working. Fortunately, the suggestions which we gave, the recommendations which we gave, almost all of them have been implemented. The next was, because of this pollution and all those things, children were falling sick, old people were falling sick, so we thought something should be done. Again, it is, they say it's the 5th economy of the world, but the fact of the matter is, if you go to villages inside, there are poor people, some of them. They don't have money for medicines. So we thought some type of help should be given to them. We started with a legal aid center, and secondly, we started with clinics in the villages, adjoining villages, And why we had villages? Because all these universities which are built here, this place also, they were all villages. They were all farms. So they have been sold, and all these buildings have been constructed. So people were staying there. They had money with them, but as far as you'll say, I'll say they were not that aware. So what we did was, we made a model, healthcare model, in which everybody had to pay only 5 rupees per month. We calculated, everything we calculated. And then we thought that if we run short of money, in that case, either we'll contribute from our own pockets or we'll do crowdfunding. That model has been made. It was submitted during the AAP government. Well, they have gone. So now the present chief minister, she is there. And she says, just give us some time, because AAP government had made the mohalla clinics. That they have closed. So to start another thing or a similar thing, so they are thinking, how long will they think? I don't know it. So what I'm trying to say is mathematics is applied everywhere. Mathematical modeling, the first flavor which I got was from Professor J.N. Kapoor. If you remember, there was a conference in Bangladesh, Dhaka. I had gone there, he was also there. I listened to his talk, I was impressed. And on our way back, we were in the adjoining seats of the flight. So I talked to him. He explained things. The first thing I did was, when I came back, I asked him to give a lecture for our students, mathematical modeling. That is how we introduced mathematical modeling for the BSc students, but somehow after an year or so, nobody wanted to teach. So, you know, another thing, my own experience, why I'm saying this, we have young staff persons here, ladies, gentlemen. Under the new education policy, CBCS choice-based credit system. So, under that, you can make your combinations. I understand in foreign countries it is possible, but here it is not. Take the case of the well-known mathematician Ramanujam. He topped in school. He got the scholarship. He joined college, but he failed in first year. He failed in second year. Third year again he failed and he was suspended. So after that, he started working with Madras Port, and he started working there. His boss was interested in mathematics, so he supported him. There he did mathematics. In fact, he failed. The reason was he didn't want to study any other subject but for mathematics. He said, you have to study English? No, I will not. You have to study history? He said, no. So when you don't study only mathematics, what to do? Now with the new education policy, I don't know how many universities have implemented. I wonder if they have implemented at all. It would be the choice of the student to take any branch of mathematics or any other subject he wants. He can make his own combination. The only thing is number of credits he has to complete. If it is 32 credits, in 1 year he has to do 32 credits. Whether he studies mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, or he studies mathematics, economics, any other subject, even music is allowed. They say mathematics and music, there is no similarity. But ask me, my childhood, my sister is a professor of classical music, and we used to share the same room. I used to solve problems, maths, and she used to do her riyaz or practice. And the notes and all those things, if you see, when they make the tunes, it is all mathematical, all mathematical. So everywhere you will find a link. The only thing is how you see at things. And at least this, under the new education policy, tell your students to take any combination. Not only that, 40% of the papers you can take online. And If you want to give an exam, okay. If you don't want to give an exam, okay. The only thing is, if you give the exam, you will get the marks and the credits. And you will be learning from the best teachers of the world with MOOCs and Coursera and Swayam. One can do it. I'm seeing some teachers also here, at least who are here in this country. If one can push this and let the students study what they want. If you see mathematics, you cannot say that it's a subset of art or a subset of science. It's a subset of everything. You'll find mathematics everything. So this possibility which our government has agreed to, I think, Khurshid Sahab, in your university, if you can do this, let them study whatever subject they want. You know, the question is education. And if you are good in one subject, let me tell you, you are good in all subjects. That's how I feel. And now with the artificial intelligence coming, already we don't know who the neighbors are. You know, with mobile and social media and all those things, nobody has time for anybody. What to talk about anybody? Nobody has time to talk to their own family member. They'll be sitting on the same dining table and everybody who would be into their mobile phones, but not talking. So if this is the case, what will happen when this artificial intelligence comes? You know, this war of Ukraine and Russia thought that in no time he is going to take Ukraine. He was so confident. You know why? Reason was what? He destroyed the communication system of Ukraine, both civil and military. So there was a total chaos in the country. The vice president of Ukraine, he sent a message on Twitter to Elon Musk, asking for help. And the same evening, he replied that you will get 500 Starlink things. And, well, I think it's one day or the same evening, satellites was sent, everything was okay, and the war is continuing till date. And how they did was Russian. It was using malware. I think one more thing which I want to tell here regarding my artificial intelligence. At least in our country, we are having fake videos to the extent our finance minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, the video which is coming that you invest to 21,000 rupees and in 1 week you take 85,000, in 15 days you take so many lakhs, all these things, it's a fake video. They are not able to remove it. Why is it happening? It is all because of artificial intelligence. So if you want the country to flourish, then one has to take care of all these things. And AI regulations should be there. Presently, I don't think there is any AI regulation in the country. Yes, regulations are for data, but not for AI. The United Nations Secretary General, he had made a committee, and the committee is being chaired by Amandeep Singh Gill. And that committee has 193 countries as their members. And that committee's job is to shape the AI law or the AI governance, or to what should be the regulations. When will they make it? I don't know it, I can't say it, but the process has started. Even otherwise, if you see, unethical things are being done. How to stop those unethical things which they are doing with the help of artificial intelligence. so many scams, digital arrest. I mean, if there is a positive side, there is a negative side also. So one has to balance the two sides. How to do it? I think some research, some thinking must go into this also. The only one who has done something or who has tried to do, it has come from Vatican. The Pontifical Academy for Life under the Pope, which is dedicated to promoting Roman Catholic, ethic and moral theology, has invited senior executives of IBM and Microsoft and some representatives of the Italian government to promote ethical approach to artificial intelligence. The core concern of the Vatican was articulated in a paper titled Rome Call for AI Ethics. This summed up the essence of all concerns raised by different stakeholders. Humans should be masters, not the machines. Rome Call talked about algorithmics that commits to the development of artificial intelligence that serves every person and humanity as a whole, that respects the dignity of human persons so that every individual can benefit from the advances of technology, and that does not have as its sole goal of greater profit or gradual replacement of people in the workplace. So from Italy, they have started doing it, but then everybody has to do it. And if you see earlier, when there was first revolution, they took care of this part, but later on, they have stopped altogether. Well, with this, I think I'll stop, and I'll again, at least the Indian teachers, faculty members, see to it that in your board of studies or faculty committee meetings, you can at least incorporate this part of new education policy. Otherwise, as Manjul Bhargava, who got the field medal, he has been saying that teaching in India is robotic. We should not have that. With this, I thank everybody. As I said, whenever I go to a conference, I try and see to it that I take something with me. In fact, what I learned in this conference was what B.K. Das was talking about, the solar mission, and he talked about Aditya L1. I did not know the meaning of L1. L, he said, it's after Lagrangian. And L1 is the first distance where the spaceship has gone. So because of that, it is L1. It is a notation only. And I was wondering that if we see our scriptures, Hanuman Chalisa, if you have read that, there are 2 lines there, which give the distance of the sun from the earth. And the 2 lines, I really exactly don't remember it, but the distance is given. Yeah, and it is the distance which they have given is exactly the same which NASA gave years later. I think it is Yug Sahasra Yojana Parpano Lilia Tahi Madhur Phaljano. Yug is 1200, Sahasra is 1000, Yojan is 8, multiply it, you get 986. And multiplied by 1.6, if you want to change it into kilometers, you get 1586 kilometers, million kilometers. And that's the thing which they gave. Not only that, as far as distance is concerned, the height of Mount Everest was also given by an Indian, though it is called Mount Everest. But if you see, he was not the person who calculated the height. The height was calculated by an Indian by the name of Sikdar. And he was appointed by Sir George Everest on the post of a computer to calculate the height of the Everest. And after that, he appointed, no job was given to him for 2-3 years, then he retired. Another person came, and then he said, you calculate the height. He calculated the height. So all these things have been done by Indians, and fortunately or unfortunately, nobody knew this till the time 2004, a stamp of ₹5 was released on his name, saying that this person has calculated the height of Mount Everest. Well, thank you so much for the patient listening. It's all my own experiences, though one can go on and on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are happy to celebrate the success of ICAIM 2025, organized by the Center for Advanced Research in Applied Mathematics and Physics and Department of Mathematics and Data Science, Sharda University, in collaboration with ICAIM and SETDS. The success of this conference would not have been possible without the active support of university management, including the esteemed Vice Chancellor, Professor Sibaram Khara. I would also like to express my gratitude to all the senior professors from India and abroad who played a pivotal role as the key supporter of this conference. Their contribution is highly commendable, and their efforts enable us to reach important journals in the field of mathematics. I would like to thank Professor R.C. Singh, Chair of ICAIM 2025, without whom this conference would not be possible. We apologize to those participants who may have faced any inconvenience during the conference. I also extend my senior thanks to all the faculty members, lab technician, IT department, media coverage for your unwavering support for smooth and successful conduct of the session. Last but not the least, a heartfelt appreciation to all our dedicated PhD scholars and MSc students. Your hard work, sincerely and seamlessly coordination have been the backbone of this event. Thank you for your energy, commitment, and outstanding support. At last, I would like to invite everyone to come forward for the group photograph.